evident relatively early in the process. The structure of the bones is quite different from anything. Once we were actually able to put both skull material together with lower body material, it became even more obvious that we weren't dealing with something, say,
special pipes. Every time we replaced an old pipe with a new one, there seems to be further down the line more breaks occurred. This has obviously resulted in...
The point is that the calories in beer come from alcohol, so the more you lower the alcohol, the more you lower the calories, you lower that aspect of it. But
with an absolute terrible performance, devoid of any fight, description, any control, this time none out of 10 for Shakes and all the players.
To tennis news now, and Kevin Anderson aims to reach the US Open fourth round for the first time as he plays Andy Murray this evening. Having lost 5 of their last 6 meetings, Anderson says Andy Murray is a particularly difficult customer to beat, but says he's ready to take him on. Rugby news, and the Springbok medical team says it aims to have all 31 players in the squad fully fit for selection by their first... Listeners to this radio station, a lot of people that I've seen contributing on internet threads when this is being discussed, saying it's not Europe's problem. Why should Europe have to take on the expense?
Richard, we're going full Hollywood for a romantic comedy. Send her 100 red roses in a crystal vase. For horror, send her the Cooking for Dummies hamper. And Run, all available at NetForest. It's our largest gifting service, and for same-day delivery, you'll be getting live camera action tonight. And remember, if you wouldn't show it to your mom, don't put it on film scene. Smoochers!
It pays to plan for your family's needs and help them to prepare for their future. But in case your plan
is a perfect match to your big boss office chair. It's business as usual with Porter's SA Diaries, the very best on your desk. Available at leading stationers. More info at sadiaries.co.za. Porter's SA Diaries, proudly Bidvest.
We've been there for all the I do's and...
Well, I hope the law is trying to achieve some sort of justice for whoever has the maintenance issue with her 45-year-old married son. I mean, if it's a case of the 45-year-old married son not paying the maintenance which is due his ex-wife, that's one thing. The bridge has a glass bottom. It is entirely transparent. It is the most extraordinary concept. You're going to walk across this canyon over 300 meters in the air, and you can look straight down and you see nothing except
the National Small Business Chamber.
Coffee, please.
No problem. That's a Full House Grande with chocolate sprinkles.
Oh.
Love getting more than you expected? Then buy an Opel Corsa this month for 184,700 and you'll get upgraded to...
He's prone to sort of verbal gaffes, and at least on one occasion, what was it? He borrowed a rather large chunk of prose from Neil Kinnock some years back.
Yeah.
But if you had to say, you have to trust Hillary Clinton. She's been there. She knows what it's like. She understands the pressure. She's experienced. And these are the things she wants to do for you, the average citizen. That's the message we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, the point of a lot of the articles, including that one of David Brooks I mentioned, is that there's no passion for her. She's not for anything. She's running this defensive campaign, fending off. I agree, I think the email scandal is a largely manufactured one, but that's not the issue. It's the fact that she just doesn't... There doesn't seem anything positive about it, other than the fact that it would be a wonderful thing for the United States to have a female president. Other than that, she just doesn't seem to have... anything that will drive people to the polls.
Well, she has the ill fortune of inevitably being compared to her husband, who was one of the great political campaigners of the last 100 years.
And is demonstrating its unhappiness by not allowing Parliament to send condolences to...
The replacement of that guy will can't regain it anymore. The relatives of the suspect, it looks like they are on the side of putting the influence.
Police watchdog IPID and the state did not oppose bail, but the state says there is a strong case for all...
Well, your question is?
Yes, where was Lawrence of Arabia born?
He was born in Wales, if I remember.
Do they where?
Oh, I don't know. What all I remember about him is that his father had an affair with a governess, and they had Thomas, And I can't remember the father, Chapman, was that the father's name? And he sort of ran away because it was a great disgrace to have an illegitimate child, and they called themselves Lawrence, which was not his father's birth name, which I think was Chapman.
Oh, you're amazing. No, the place he was born was Tremadog. And the house he was born in is still there, and it's called Godfreysa, which is resting place.
Bless you. Thank you very much, Lynn. You've obviously been there.
2,000 pupils migrating to the province next year. The department would need 480 teachers to accommodate the increased numbers.
What that means, that 480 teachers
released some South African couple who was kidnapped from Malaysia on the Garden Island. Malik and Kali Strait was snatched along with 19 others by a separatist group. They were then taken to Sulu, neighboring Philippines. They were held hostage for several months. Sibong Hunt reports.
It was 15 years ago today when everything changed for South African couple Monique and Kali Stradom. The pair was released on the 27th of August 2000 after being snatched by a separatist group and held captive in a jungle prison for more than 4 months before the
in Jesse has proved really well and it's worked well. But, you know, when it comes to World Cups also, you've got to make sure that there's a good balance between the youth and the experience that you have. And it's not just about...
Fly half Danny Cipriani and also the inclusion of former rugby league player Sam Burgess, who only started playing for Bath last November and made his England debut against France in August. Jeremy Harris, EWN Sport.
SMSK Talk on 31567.
What is happening with the petrol price next Wednesday is a question from Hugh. Hugh will only find out probably by this time tomorrow afternoon what the plan is as far as the price of petrol is concerned. I seriously do not understand the formulation or the calculation that determines what we pay for the price of petrol, so I cannot even hazard a guess as to which way it's going to go. But the relevant department releases the announcement. Usually, traditionally, it's been around lunchtime on a Friday, but as the years have gone on, it's come later and later and later. By 5 o'clock, though, no doubt, John will be able to reflect what you should be paying for the price of petrol at your